Why to waste our precious time on reading a book? We asked the same question to the electrical and mechanical engineers, and the results were quite alarming. Of the total 86 engineers, 72% engineers think that reading is a waste of time. In the first few days of the university, when Professor Irfanullah Chaudhary came into the class and said, "Students, you are now the students of UAT, so you are extremely talented. And I am here to teach you the most important skill of the Python programming language. But stop. Here is a book which will help you to learn this skill effectively and efficiently." And not only for this lecture, same thing happened in every lecture, an introduction of a new skill and a new book to read. So what do you think? What is wrong with these 72% engineers, which even in the second semester think that reading is a waste of time? So certainly the basic thing is their approach and strategy towards the reading. It might also have happened to you as well, that you find a problem challenging. Sit down to read a book and find the solution. And after 2 or 3 hours, you get a blank without getting any solutions, sometimes with even more problems. This happens to all of us. So what is wrong with you? You are not doing reading the right way. Have a look at this example. I asked my fellows to write a simple line of code to print number from 1 to 10, and I got two type of replies. One is this, in which the attendee wrote 10 print statements to print the same number. And the another solution is this, which is the more effective one. So the more you read, we have the same instructor and we have same books to read, but the answer to both the codes is same, but there is different in efficiency of the engineering.
Categorically, reading is divided into two main types: active reading and passive reading. Passive reading is when a reader reads the word technically but absorbs next to nothing about what is written. But as we engineers, we are not concerned with it. Active reading. Active reading simply means reading something with a determination to understand and evaluate it for its relevant to your need. Engineers are supposed to be active readers because they require fully understanding the text that they read to use in practical life. Active reading acts as a catalyst for critical thinking. Active reader begins reading with a desire to find out what is going to be said. Reading a technical book is more demanding task than reading a literature book or a novel, as the information in the books which engineers read is complex and technical. We are supposed to read higher volumes and complete challenges independently. We have to digest, analyze, and apply what you have read without much guidance. Studies have shown that staying mentally stimulated can keep your brain active and engaged and prevent it from losing power. Just like any other muscle in our body, the brain also requires exercise to keep it strong, healthy. Reading is exercise for our brains, so the more knowledge you have, the better equipped you are tackle to any challenge with you will ever face. Every new memory you create for frogs new brain pathways and strengthen already existing ones. As discussed in early presentations, stronger critical thinking skills are crucial for engineer reading help you to improve those critical thinking abilities. That's all from my side. I would like to call my groupmate Fahad to tell you the most practical skills to improve your reading.
I am here to give you some tips about how an engineer read faster and efficiently. Thankfully, they are very small things you can do to increase concentration. The most important of all is to find a quiet space, distraction-free place to read. Acceptation is there, but your place to read is not idealistic as this, but try to avoid reading on your sleeping bed or dining table. If you have printing book, Keep your smartphone turned off or out of sight. Another important thing is the distance. How far or near are you holding the book? Do not hold it too near that it strains your eyes, or not so far that words are not clear. Short-term goal. When you sit at your table to read, set a short-term goal for yourself. Do not tell your mind that I am going to read for next 3 hours to 5 hours. Tell your mind that I am going to find the solution of this particular problem. And when I will get that solution, I will treat myself with break. This will help you to concentrate more effectively on what you study. Take a book, start reading. After a particular time amount, you feel, oh, I am reading it, but not understanding what is happening. This happened to every one of us. Now, look at this graph. This graph shows that when you start the reading, your efficiency is nearly 100%. With the passage of time, your efficiency is decreased. This is the time to take a break, leave the table, or do some fun activity. Refresh your mind and start reading again. Now, look at this graph. When you take a break, your efficiency is nearly 100% again, and you start working nice again. So read for a short time and take break, and again read for a short time and take break. Bunch your habit. Habit bunching is when you pair an already existing habit with a habit that you are trying to work on. For example, if it is a habit for you to drink a nice hot cup of coffee in the morning, then pair that habit with reading. Put the book you want to read next to your coffee maker. You will get up and make a cup of coffee. You will see the book and you will grab it and start the reading. Next tip is skim. Skim the text. Skimming refers to the process of reading only main idea within a passage to get an overall impression of the content of a reading session. Determine the text genre and purpose before you really dig into the pages of your book or article. Start with title and author. Check out the back or inside panel of the book for a high-level overview of what the book is about. If you are reading an article within a journal or website, take a moment to find out what the publication is all about. Read the author bio to familiarize yourself with their significance. This will help you get the right mindset for that type of text. Navigate to the table of the content. Scan over heading, preface, or an introductory paragraph. Another important tip to read effectively is scanning. Scanning is a reading technique to be used when you find specific information quickly. For some engineering problem, you do not have to read the whole text but only just scan. In scanning, you have a cluster in your mind and you read a passage only to find the answer, ignoring unrelated information. For example, if you are looking for a certain date, you would quickly read the paragraph, looking for numbers. Use heading and other aids that will help you identify which section contains the info you are looking for. Select reread and skip through the section of the passage. After scanning, you highlight the important text of the paragraph. Highlighting does not mean to color the book with your favorite color. Excessive highlighting leads to wasted time. So you highlight the words, sentence, dates, values, or formulas. That is extremely important to you. Critical thinking is very important role in highlighting the text. That's all from my side. Now I would like to call Ms. Seher Khan to tell you the most practical skill to remember the text you read.
You know what the word read says? Review, everyday, and discover. Now it seems to be a two-step solution. Review every day and discover. But no, you can't discover, you can't innovate, you can't invent without remembering whatever you read. I had a dream that I would have a book gum for a book to chew and understand the whole text. But things like book gum only exist in cartoon stories. But don't worry, Seher Khan is here to tell you how to remember in a better way what you read. Number 1. Don't cram. When you cram, you rent information rather than owning it for a long time. Cramming turns many things against you. Like in programming fundamentals, if you cram the code for printing a triangle, but in the exam you have to print a diamond. Oh my god. When you will try to print it, you'll see many dangerous shapes on the screen making fun of you because you didn't understand the logic. Number 2. See background information. Thomas Edison says, when I want to discover something, I begin by reading up everything that has been done along that line in the past. When engineers read something with the information they already know, it helps them to understand the concept better and remember for a long time. For instance, when we are going to read active circuits, first we have to read circuit analysis. Though many of you would have given a try to do active circuits before circuit analysis, move with the pace of Dr. K.M. Hassan. But things are always interconnected. You can't do it without background information. Number 3. Pre-read. Before reading, go through the context list and have a look on the topics, subheadings, and board lines. Pre-reading helps you to prime your brain. For example, when you close your eyes for a few seconds and think of a color in your mind, and then open your eyes, you will start seeing the same color everywhere. Number 4. Make mental images. Albert Einstein says, imagination is more important than knowledge. For knowledge is limited, whereas imagination encircles the entire world. Knowledge will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. Think of yourself as a movie director and picture the action while you are reading. Like to understand simple harmonic motion, visualize the pendulum of a clock. It will make your task much easier. The best way to imagine things is the way that suits you. If you can understand a thing by visualizing a horse flying in the air, it's fine. Though it doesn't happen in reality, this is what the beauty of imagination is. Something that never happened can happen in the pictures you make in your mind. A little knowledge that is worth infinitely more than much knowledge that is idle. So if engineers are doing practically whatever they read, the purpose of reading is not fulfilled. For example, when we passed the circuits practically in the labs and proved the KCL and KVL, then we realized that this is how things happen in reality. Start developing new skills and become a better version of yourself.
I will tell you effective reading skills and instructions. Decoding facilitates reading development for the adults of different ages, abilities, and socio-economic circumstances. It also provides ample opportunities to encounter and use words in varied contexts. Fluency is affected by the complexity of text and readers' familiarity with its structure. It consists of scanning, previewing, and predicting. Scanning is to read something quickly, to find some specific information, name, telephone number, etc. How to scan? Search for keywords, move quickly over the page, less reading and more searching. What is previewing? When you information about a book by examining its over, you are previewing. How to previewing? Look at the visuals, read the headings, read the titles, scan for special term, skim the review questions. That's it all from my side.
First, I will cover the problems and then I will tell you how to solve it. The first problem we usually face is losing your place. You can lose your place either in two different ways. You can lose track of what word you are on at any point, or you can lose track of what line you are on when moving from one line to the next. So the solution is trace your place using finger or some pipe pointer. You can mark your place either by pointing to each word as you read it, or by placing a sheet of paper underneath the line you are reading. Pointing to each word with a pencil or with your finger can help your eye to see where it should be reading. Placing a piece of paper under the line on which you are reading can help you to move smoothly from one line to the next one. The next problem is losing your focus. How many times you have been reading a passage and realized halfway through that you have no idea what you have just read? Instead of paying attention to the text, you are thinking about what you are going to do later. The solution to this problem is, first, you should read aloud. It is important that you actually hear sound, even if you only hear them in your imagination. This multisensory to reading allows you to see, hear, and feel with your mouth that what are you reading. Reading aloud should help you to stay focused, understand better, and remember what you are reading. The next one is take notes. Always take notes while reading. Write notes in your own words instead of copying down information from the book. And one interesting thing about taking note is that if you are thinking about what is important enough to note down, then you will be more attentive to the reading. This will keep your mind from wandering. It also helps you to process the main points of the passage, and it will improve your skills to remember what you read. And the next one is take breaks. Remember, cognitive fatigue can lead many problems, so always take breaks to give rest to your mind. The next problem is tired of reading. This mostly happens at night when you start reading. This happens because of your brain get tired due to continuous hard working since from the whole day, and your eyes muscles also get tired. The solution is to this problem is always take a power nap of 20 to 30 minutes at afternoon. It sharpens your cognitive skills. It also elevates your energy level. The second is always sit on a chair, not on a bed, while reading, because sitting on a bed can lead you to sleep. And the next one is avoid heavy meals because it slows down your metabolism and make you sleepy. The conclusion to our presentation is that in this presentation, we tried to throw light on the topic that how can engineers improve their reading skills. As we all know that engineering is such a vast subject and it is still expanding continuously like galaxies in the universe. If we want to be a competitive and valuable engineer in the market, we have to read a lot of books and improve our reading skills beside other skills. So the moral of the story is that the more we read, the more we lead. Thank you so much.